When I walk into this room and I look at these cabinets and all of these boxes of records, sadness, of people who have died from asbestos-related diseases, these files are now statistics, tragically. I find sometimes it a bit overwhelming because there are just so many people, precious people, their lives lost from every walk of life because asbestos is indiscriminate.
Part of what we're doing here is to have a look at schools and venues where we go and do the asbestos awareness training to make sure that we get the message across to these young people.
I'm not here to be the Grim Reaper. Both Peter and I, we've seen enough death in our lives of people dying from things that could have been preventable. And that's why when I deliver, I might get a bit passionate. I might get a bit emotional sometimes.
We're really passionate about making sure that young people understand the dangers, whether that be apprentices or whether that be home renovators. I've come along here today to talk to you about asbestos and asbestos awareness. I'm pretty well here to save your life.
The aspirational objective of the foundation is to get rid of asbestos from Tasmania. In the meantime, we want community awareness as our primary issue. We had a major push to reform and improve compensation legislation for sufferers.
My vision is that we desperately need an asbestos-free Australia. The main thing is to educate Australian people about where asbestos is, what it does, how to remove it safely. There's still a long way to go, and I think it starts with education.
We're trying to get out to the community as much as we possibly can. The largest chunk of that is education, and we do that by going out to groups. Wherever we get the opportunity to speak, we will speak.
It's not the older people we're after, it's the young ones that's got a family, and if they buy an old house and this kid is crawling about the floor and they start renovating and all that dust is coming down, it's the kid that's got to get it as well.
Basically the whole thing from here right through to the back is asbestos.
Do the boys actually play out here?
They do, and many a time a cricket ball has smashed into the fence, which has been a concern in case any fibres are exposed, which is not safe for anybody.
Good morning. We're here this morning to talk about having a discussion group to enable discussion without the cloud hanging over about mesothelioma or asbestos.
I've started my trade as a plumber. I was 15 and a half when I used to mix up the powdered lagging. We called it powdered lagging. I'm 64 now. I've had it for about 3 years, asbestosis, and I'm on oxygen all the time, so it is deteriorating, and I understand what's going to happen, but it's not really fair.
We are going to a client's place to visit them in their home and to drop off some medical equipment. How are you?
Oh, not too bad, Vicky.
That's good. I've bought a machine to give you a little bit of oxygen.
Yep.
We visit the homes, we talk to them about their circumstances, we look to how to make their lives better. These are serious issues with serious consequences.
Oh, it'll be lovely to see Graham again. We haven't seen him for a while. Hi guys!
I love the interaction. Without them, you don't know what to do. You don't get a practice shot at this. And so having people who know the situation is a huge help.
To see someone die from an asbestos-related disease, I can tell you it's not a pretty sight. If in my lifetime they could find a cure, that would make me a very happy person.
We are very eager to develop new treatment modalities and also for diagnosis even. Then we can intervene at a very early stage, and that will improve the outcome of the disease.
And that's why we here at ADFA put a lot of time and effort in to fundraise to try and find that cure.
Every 12 hours, somebody dies of mesothelioma in Australia. It's estimated 4,000 people a year are diagnosed with an asbestos-related disease.
Look upon Australia today. How many people are dying? Too many.
There's no longer any excuse in Australia not to act.
Asbestos in the next 20-30 years is creating a major problem.
Asbestos is a killer. I want people to understand how dangerous this is.
We need to do more to prevent the third wave. That's the next big issue.
We need to educate the Australian community, the general public, young tradespeople, renovators about the risks of exposure to asbestos.
If we don't take action now to clear asbestos from the Australian environment, we're going to be living in a world where the numbers of asbestos disease are going to go up alarmingly.
I would like to say all of these support groups around Australia are working towards an asbestos-free Australia, and also to find a cure. And I'm proud to be part of that with all of you.